Hello everyone, this is Krishna and welcome back to my channel. This is part 2 of e-commerce project series in React.js, and if you have not watched my previous project series on e-commerce, you can go back to my channel and view them so that you can have the better idea of what the planned project series is about. And in our previous tutorial we have learned why we have to go with TypeScript and what are the advantages of using TypeScript in our React application, and we have created a React application by using TypeScript template. And next thing, we have explored various application files that were created once we install the project. And the next thing is we have created a real-time folder structure. You can see here we have created all this folder structure and we have discussed why we have to go with this. Next thing, we have installed various extensions which will be very helpful while writing our code. So today we are going to learn some more new things, and let's start that. So first we are going to install some other extension called as React Snippet. So in this I am going to install this one. You can install your own thing if you find anything related to React snippets. So I am going to install this. So I have already installed this. So the next thing I am going to do is installing Bootstrap in our React application. So I am going to use this get Bootstrap here. So if you find any other Bootstrap you can use that, but I find this is the easy and this is best. So you can use another one called ANTD as well, Ant Design. You can go with this one as well. This is also better. So first I am going to install this. So it will take some time to install, and until then we will explore this. So once you click on get started, you will be able to see some components. Yeah, you can use any of the components you want. If you see navbar, yeah, you can search any of the component if you want here, or you can see the components here. You can explore this Bootstrap. This Bootstrap is used by Angular developers as well, so it is better to learn this. Let us wait until it gets installed. So I'm going to create some series on chat application as well. So if you like this, you can subscribe to my channel. It is installing, and let's wait. So if you see here, our application Bootstrap got successfully installed. So now we have to add this CSS to our index.js. If you see here, there is index.tsx. Then you can place it here. Now we will test whether our Bootstrap is working or not. So for that I have the navlink code. So I have customized that because in the Bootstrap there will be class, but we have to add class name in React. So I have customized this like this. I am going to copy this and paste in my login.tsx. Here, once this is done, we have to save this and test in our browser. So once we refresh this, you should be able to see this navbar here. You can see here. So our Bootstrap got successfully integrated in our project. So the next thing is we have to install React Router DOM, and before that, if you don't know how to integrate GitHub or how to create a repository in GitHub and how to push our code into GitHub, you can go back to my channel and view the GitHub integration. There I have clearly explained how to create a GitHub repository and all. So I have all these changes. I am going to push these changes to GitHub, and so that I can give this particular link to you you in the description. So I am going to so you can write your commit message here. Once that is done, you have to stage the changes. After this, you have to do commit. So once this is done, you have to click on this and click on push to. You will be getting this one, origin. So this is the remote branch what you are seeing here. So once I click on this, those particular changes will be going to whatever the branch, remote branch you have created there. So our changes got pushed into GitHub. So let us verify here. So if you see here, these are my repositories, and here there is a TypeScript with React e-commerce. Once I click on this, you should be able to see my changes or my commits, what I have done now. Yeah, there are 3 commits, and you can see here changes after integrating Bootstrap. So it will show all the files what we have changed. So in this way we can push our code into GitHub. So I will be giving this GitHub link in the description. You can go back to my channel and view the code in the GitHub, so it will be helpful for you. So the next thing we are going to do is routing. So for that we have to install npm install react router DOM. So it will take some time to install, so until then we will wait. So our react router DOM got successfully installed. So let us see how we can do routing in our application now. So before that, if you see here, we have to import whatever CSS files at the last, because it is the coding standard which is used in the real-time application for consistency of the files, so that whenever you want to find out any CSS file, you can go to the last and you can check that. So in this way you can learn coding standards. So the next thing we have to do is the routing part. So for that I am going to import browser router from React router DOM, and we can call this browser router as some router. So this is the alias name from React router DOM. As we are not using this router, ESLint is giving some issue here. Now we are going to use this router and replace this login. Initially we are showing login as it is. Now we will be adding some routing to this application by adding router. Now after this, you have to use route from React router DOM. In this route we have to specify the path and component. So if you see here, this is the route what I am going to give, and if the path is empty, or whenever that application loads for the first time, then we have to specify what component to be loaded. So as of now I am going to use login component to test whether it's working or not. Yeah, let us save this and let us head back to browser to check whether it's working or not. Now once I refresh the browser, you should be able to see login here. Yeah, you can see here login is loaded successfully when the path is empty. Now let us add another components and navbar to that, a layout and header, and let's create the navbar and so for that we have to go to shared components and create a layout here. So in this layout folder, we are going to create a higher order component called as layout, which will consist of the header and which will accept other components like login, register as the inputs and send that along with the header part. So it will take some component as input and it will changes the input part and it will send the same component as output. So for that I am going to create a file in layout, layout.tsx. Yeah, okay. So in this layout we are going to import React from React. Now constant layout equal to, so we are creating some ES6 arrow function and return layout here, and I am going to export this default. I am not using named export because we have only one function here. Now we have to create a header here in the component section. I am creating a header here. So there is some issue here. So I have created the header folder. In this header folder I am going to create a header.tsx and another file is header.css. So in this header folder we will be adding navbar. So I will be copying the same thing from the layout to this tsx and we'll change this to header. Now let us save this, and after this we have to use this header in our layout. And header from, we will be getting components here, and in these components we have header, and from this header, header.tsx, and after this we have to use props.children. So basically we will be sending these props as a login component or a register component like this. So first we will be getting the header part, and after that we will be getting the component what we send here. So we can say this is the higher order component, and after this in this header part we will be adding the navbar here. I will be customizing this navbar to meet our requirement. So let us save this and let us check whether it's working or not. So before that we will be, so you can see here, once the path is empty, the login component should be loaded. So let us verify that in the browser. So if we refresh the browser, so we are not seeing any layout or navbar here. So let us see why it's not working. Yeah, if you see in the login section, we are not importing any layout. We have to send this login content inside this layout. Only then we will be able to see the navbar. And in this layout, I am going to send login. So once I save this, and if I refresh the browser, you should be able to see the navbar now. Yeah, you can see here. So even though if I click on register or login, the navbar will be same, but the content will be different. So if you see here, this login acts as a child, So you can see here the props.children. This props.children, in the sense, the content inside this layout. So in this way we can load the login page. Now we will customize our header section navbar. So here I am going to change something. Here it is home and I am not changing anything. And after that I am changing it as login. And I am copying this, pasting here. I don't want this. And next thing is we are going to see register. So let us have a link here. And next thing is we are using paragraph here. Instead of that we will use link, so that we can navigate to particular login component or register component. For that we have to import link from React Router DOM. So I will copy this link and paste here. So I want link here as well. And to this link I am going to give where it has to go. So I am sending it as to login. I have not created the register component. I will create that and I will do the same. So we will create a register component or sign up component in this component section or component folder. Register. In this register I am going to create register.tsx and register.css. In this register.tsx, as we know, we are importing React from React. And next thing is the constant React equal to and return. So we are using empty fragments. You can learn about that in my tutorial. So the empty fragments, in the sense, or React fragments, is like if you use the div, then in the DOM there will be div present there, but if you use the empty React fragments here, there is nothing present there. So you can see directly register there in the DOM. And I am doing default export register. Once I save this, I'm going to use this in app.js or app.tsx. I'm copying this, and once user clicks on login, then it will be navigated to login, and once user clicks on register, it will be navigated to register component. Yeah, once this is done, you have to save this, and let us create another component called as home component. In this I am creating home.tsx. So I have created the home component, and let us go to header and modify this. Whenever home is clicked, then it has to go to home component. Now we will add this path in app.tsx. and the component as home. Now the one other thing is in the login component we have the login inside this layout. So in the same way we have to do register inside this layout. Only then we will be able to see the navbar above our component. In the same way home component as well. Yeah, once this is done, I think you are good to go. So let us save this, and we will run in the browser. So we will open the browser and check whether it's working or not. Yeah, we got some error like React Router DOM does not contain a default export as link. So what it's telling is that link is not a default export. So we have to import that in named export like this. So let us refresh this. Yeah, now you will be able to see the navbar and the login component when the path is empty. So let us verify another path as well. So if user clicks on home, he will be navigated to home component, and register, then he will be navigated to register component. So if I click on register, so you are seeing this one. So this is because we have not given exact path here. So what it will check is if the path is exact, only then it will go to the login component and other components. So if I put exact here, let us verify it's working or not. So once I remove this register, you should be going to login component. You can see here, and once I click on home, you are not seeing any other navbar here because we have kept exact in route path. Once I click on register, you will be going to register component like this. So now we are going to see how to create a register component, how to create a login component or fields inside this login and register component. So we will do all these things in the next video, and in this video we have learned how to integrate Bootstrap and GitHub. The next thing is the router, how to configure the router, and how to navigate to different sections or different components by using the navbar or router. So this is the end of this tutorial, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos on React, Angular and Node.js. Thank you.